Welcome back. Hi, Gail. Gail, I was just saying in the last stream, early on in the stream that I started this morning, I've missed you. I've missed you, and I hope you're doing okay. Hi. Hey, Sherry and Margaret and Henny and Gail. Hi, guys. All right, so we're jumping back into the stream. Welcome back if you're coming back for the second time today, and welcome if you're coming in for the first time today. Hi. Good to have you join us. Journus. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, Kel. All right, so you guys know there was a story that happened few weeks ago about this little 2-year-old girl whose dad left her in a hot car in Arizona, and he said it was for a short time, but turned out it was a very long time, and the little girl died. Okay, um, beautiful little girl. She was on the thumbnail. And I hold on just a second. All right. Sorry, I was just checking stuff on here real quick. All right. But I've there was a video that popped out about 3 days ago and I missed it because weekend sick kiddo. Um, but because Court TV is like great about posting old content that they make you think it's new. Um, this popped up and I went to look at it and then I found out the video was like 3 days old. But anyway, we're gonna watch it together. It's some body cam footage of the day that this happened to this sweet little baby, right? And hold on, I'm gonna go find it. He was first, his name is Christopher Scholtes. Scholtes. He was originally charged with second degree murder and child abuse, but they ended up upping his charges to first degree murder and child abuse. Okay. Probably because of all of the evidence that they have found against him for, well, you'll see. Because we have some body worn camera footage that we're gonna watch. Gail's missed us too. I'm glad. I'm glad because we sure missed you. Hey, Miss King, welcome back. Welcome back, Steph. And Kel, did I already say hey back to Kel? See, I lose track of time. So this is going to be a short stream because I have to leave very shortly. Just after 2, I'm going to have to book it to get ready to go get kiddo from school. But we have enough time to watch this, okay? So let me share the screen and we'll watch this one, I think. Yeah. No, that's not what I wanted to watch. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. I wanted this one. All right. This is from Court TV. Fair use disclaimer here. Uh, so I want to share. They got a little video here. It's about 6 minutes long. I'm sure they'll have a longer, more in-depth one at some point. I don't. We'll have to keep my eye out for that. But let's read through this real quick. It says this was dated yesterday, August 12th at 11:57 a.m. Today is August 13th, 1:40 p.m. But anyway, we have here Tucson, an Arizona father charged with killing his daughter by leaving her in a hot car, has pleaded not guilty. Um, Last week, Christopher Scholtes was in court for the first time since murder charges against him were raised from second degree to first. Scholtes, 37, was arrested July 12 on charges of second degree murder and child abuse. A grand jury indicted him for first degree murder, a charge that requires premeditation and deliberate actions that kill. Yikes. His arraignment last week, Scholtes' attorney entered a plea of not guilty. Scholtes said only a few words in court and refused interviews afterwards. Investigators believe Scholtes may have left his daughter in the car for more than 3 hours. Police say he told them he routinely left the girl in the car with the engine and air conditioning running, but in this case, the car stopped. The interim complaint against Scholtes added the claim that he knew the car would shut off automatically after 30 minutes. According to the document, the family's other children, aged 5 and 9, told police Scholtes often left all of the children in the car. The document states on the day of the girl's death, Scholtes was distracted by a video game and putting some food away. Scholtes's wife is a medical doctor. Investigators say she came home about 4 p.m., asked where the 2-year-old was. The report says Scholtes searched through the house, then remembered the girl was still in the car. By that time, the car and its air conditioning had stopped. Police say later that afternoon, the temperature was 109. Scholtes told police he had returned home with the girl about 2:30 p.m. Police found neighborhood surveillance video that they say showed Scholtes's car return and stayed parked as of 12:52, about 2 hours sooner. The child's mother tried to revive the child but could not. Police says as an ambulance rushed the child to a hospital, the mother texted Christopher saying, "I told you to stop leaving them in the car. How many times have I told you?" He responds, "Babe, I'm sorry." She replied, "We've lost her. She was perfect." And then he says, "Babe, our family, how could I do this? I killed our baby. This can't be real." All right. So this is a photo of him. You guys have seen the his mugshot because he's got big bushy hair, like his hair's all grown out. And this is a picture of him with his hair cut. Um, Margaret says, even or in Arizona, even air conditioning is not enough. Yeah, me too, Kel. Hope you're doing better now, Margaret. Wonky day. I'm sorry. You need to get your Tommy Tippy out and put something adultish. Kidding, but you know. Patricia says, I don't understand how the wife buried her head in the sand this deep. Right? I know. I'm like, boy. I really think the part that says, how many times have I told you, is going to be really damning for him. I agree. I agree. And the fact that he lied. And I mean, it's understandable to lose track of time, but you don't. There's a sorry, busted. Sorry, Margaret. I'm so sorry. That was my alarm telling me I got 15 minutes before I have to jump ship. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, Margaret's ears. My ears, I know, I know. Um, what was I saying? Oh, there's a big difference in losing track of time and look, there's a portal potty on the screen. It's got a ring around it. I wonder if that's as nice as the one that Chad and Lori have, right? Or if theirs is in worse shape than that. I don't know. Anyway, so hours versus 30 minutes to 45 minutes. That's a big deal. That's a big time difference. So, the regret he must have, rightfully so, right? Like at first, I felt bad for him, but now I'm just angry. But I felt bad before I think I realized the text messages between them, where she's like, "How many times have I told you?" And now I'm just angry. That makes me, oh my gosh, angry. Um, hey Susan, it's good to see you. Hi. Hello, hello. To be clear, I'm not blaming any victims, says Patricia. I just can't understand how she's able to stick up for him. I mean, it's her husband, and I'm assuming that she doesn't think that he did it maliciously, like like I'm on purpose going to leave her in the car because I, you know, am premeditating this. You know what I'm saying? But I also, you know, that's it's a lot. If she is forgiving, that's between him and her, right? That's not my relationship. Um, but she would be a much bigger woman, I think, than myself. Um, hi Susan, my mama's name. Aw, Kel. Aw. The lying, I think, is what got his charges up to first. Probably the lying and um the saying he got distracted by playing the video games, and the other kids saying, "Oh, he does this, but he's done this to us." The wife's text messages, there's a lot. Um, for sure, right? Hey, Spins. Hi. Hi, Spins. Welcome back. Welcome back. It needs tidy bowl, right? What also got me was the other littles saying he leaves us in the car. Yeah. Like he can't be bothered to gather everybody up and go into the store or wherever. Right, I know. Exactly. Steph, that's one of my points. It's like she was raising an adult male child. He is an irresponsible adult child who was worried about his video games than the child. Yep. Bingo. Bingo, says Steph. Yeah, I hope all is well too. All right. We're going to check out this video. It's a short one. But let me get back to this real quick. Hold on. Okay, the video was here on. Okay, here we go. Probably see if I can make that bigger. Okay, and I can. Yay! Not working, right, Miss King? He's not working and a stay-at-home dad. Those kids should be his first responsibility, right? And I have zero, like, I love the idea of a stay-at-home dad and a mom working. I'm all for that, you know? It's not typical, but I love the idea and the thought behind it. Because, there's some situations where it just works better that way, right? Um, but I'm getting the loady thing on here. Hopefully this is going to work right. I don't know what's up with it. Let's go ahead and play this and see what happens.
Welcome back. And now for what's tipping the scales this morning, we're turning a spotlight on a brand new body camera video just released in the case of an Arizona dad who's accused of leaving his daughter in a hot car. Little 2-year-old Parker died after being found in the family's car unresponsive last month. And on this footage, aired on Inside Edition, police asked Christopher Scholtes how long his daughter had been in the car.
How long was she sleeping in the car out there?
I want to say it was no more than 30, 45 minutes. And I don't think their air was off that entire time. I think there was a time in between. I checked on her last. It was still running. She was still sleeping. And then when I went back out, the car was off.
Hey, Laura. Good to see you. Hey, Laura. Hope you're doing good, girly. Patricia says, and the fact that she still wanted him to be out to be able to watch the other kids. Yikes. Oh, I didn't know she said that. I thought she said she wanted him out so that he could be there to, um, like grieve and attend the service and everything. But I don't know. I could have missed that part. Right, Margaret? You went out and checked on her? Uh, Laura says, just popping in. Thank you to whomever gave me a gift hub. Yeah, that was sweet. Yeah, there was a few people who gifted left and right in here the other day. It was pretty cool. I was like, you get a gift membership, you get a membership, you get a membership. It was pretty cool. Okay. I'm going to rewind that back and listen to that back because mine kind of skipped a little bit. I don't know why it did that, but it did that. So let me, serial rewinder. You guys know that. Let's rewind it back a little bit and re listen to that.
And I don't think
How long his daughter had been in the car.
How long was she sleeping in the car out there?
I want to say it was no more than 30, 45 minutes. And I don't think their air was off that entire time. I think there was a time in between. I checked on her last. It was still running. She was still sleeping. And then when I went back out, the car was off.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, he tells the police that he checked on her. I'm not sure that he did. But the body cam footage, not body cam, but the surveillance video from like the neighbors' security cameras or whatever would have caught that, I'm sure, because it caught everything else. So I don't know.
Investigators say it was actually much longer than that, more like 3 hours, and that Scholtes was distracted by a video game and putting groceries away. Now, he appeared in court last week. He's pleaded not guilty to
Look
the
at
charge
his
of
hair.
first-degree murder. He is out on bond, believe it or not, certainly looking a lot different than he did.
Look at the difference. Is it just me, or like did he instantly lose a ton of weight? Because his face looks much thinner through here, right? Like much thinner. Yes, Kel, 3 hours in Arizona heat, a 2-year-old. Mm-hmm. Um, but yeah, I mean, this was early on in July. I think, if I'm not mistaken on the date, but yeah, look how thin his face looks. I don't know. I don't think it's the haircut or the facial hair. He looks like he's lost a lot. And Kel, yeah, that's not a jail makeover. He actually bonded. The judge let him out on bond or whatever. So Yeah. It doesn't look like the same man. I agree, Susan, right? He definitely lost weight or is not bloated since he wasn't able to drink alcohol. There you go. That's true. That's true.
Did a month ago. Take a look at him after that court appearance. Here to discuss, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Sam Braverman. Sam, I know you got to be outraged at this. Your thoughts, please.
I'm going to scooch past this dude because I really want to watch just specifically um, the video, the body cam. Um, so I'm having to skip through here and there. All right, let me start here.
I'm not even sure that there's a depraved indifference to human life. This is first degree. I am really, one of your colleagues in the earlier segments talked about overcharging. I fear this could be an overcharge, notwithstanding.
The only thing that I'm afraid about the overcharging is the premeditation. I'm not sure about that. Unless they've got something in their back pocket that I'm not aware of.
That cooking in a car is an awful way to go. And for a 2-year-old child, literally strapped into a seat, who's got no ability to save her own life, it must be awful. There's no way around that. If the video is to be believed in any way, that he's showing real anguish, then I can imagine that I think this is not going to come out as a murder conviction. I imagine that at the end of the case, it's going to come out somewhere on the manslaughter or criminally negligent homicide spectrum, some sort of recklessness, some sort of negligence, but a lack of intent is to kill. I do think I'm interested in particular where the 3 hours versus 45 minutes comes in. Mm-hmm. I suspect that we're going to get an autopsy report and we might get a physicist to talk about the ambient temperature that day.
Okay, sorry, I got hung up on that dude's commentary there. But what do you guys think about the whole like premeditation and intent? Like, I don't. That's a. Sorry, I'm scooching through. I'm trying to get to this. Body cam right here, maybe.
Identify. And in the failure to do that might make that whole 3 hours a little tougher to do. And particularly if he checks on the kid. Mm-hmm. But it's still in a car. The lack of color are not being.
I might have to go to
upside to him engaging. So if his answer is a new.
Let me go, because I had. Is this it? It's got a lot of let me try this one real quick. Right, Kel. Kel says I think it was negligent but not intentional. Right. Yeah. That makes me nervous.
No. Please come out here, Christopher. No. It's okay. No.
Okay, so this is the beginning of the body cam. I think when the police first get to the house.
So,
no.
listen.
No.
Listen.
No.
This doesn't change.
You haven't heard this.
This doesn't change what's going on.
The Arizona father, accused of playing on his PlayStation as his 2-year-old daughter died in a hot car, breaks down as he's taken into custody.
No heart. No heart at all.
Christopher Scholtes' family isn't happy either, and it's captured on police body camera footage. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Christopher Scholtes now faces a first-degree murder charge in the death of his daughter, in their driveway after returning home. Parker was asleep, and police said Scholtes told murder earlier this week after the grand jury met in Pima County, Arizona, and listened to all of the evidence. Scholtes was also charged with child
and things that would transpire. Okay. And I told you I'm always gonna tell you guys the truth. There's no secrets here, right? So based off of our investigation at this point, right, we have determined that there's probable cause to go ahead and charge you for what happened. Okay.
Please come out here, Christopher. It's okay.
So he doesn't apparently go into like fits until he gets told that there's probable cause for him to be taken in. Is that what I'm seeing? I don't know.
No. Okay. So listen. No. Listen. Okay. This doesn't change. This doesn't change what's going on. Okay. What happens at this point? It's simple. Okay. What happens at this point is you are going to be taken into custody. All right, and you will be booked. And then after you're booked, you have an initial appearance with the judge within the first 24 hours. Okay. After the first 24 hours, right, the judge will determine bond and things like that as far as what happens next. At that point, the case goes to the courts. It'll be between you, it'll be between your attorneys, and it'll be between the county prosecutor. So, again, I can't change the consequences of what happened, all right? But what I'm going to ask of you. Okay.
Could I just have you stand up for me, please? Come on, Chris. Let's go out here. Can you grab him some shoes, Chris? No, come on, Christopher. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you can see that Scholtes is obviously distraught. He can't believe that he's being taken into custody, and of course, he's grieving the loss of his daughter.
Right, Kel? Exactly my thoughts too. Kel says my anxiety would not allow me to leave any child in a car. Too many things could happen. Right? Definitely.
He's very upset.
Sorry, can I just ask one thing, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you say bye to our kids?
Okay. Please. So listen to what I'm saying.
I'm not resisting.
I know.
Please. Just relax.
I
Just
need you to
relax,
listen.
Christopher.
I need you to listen.
Just
Okay?
relax.
We will
Just
get your
relax.
shoes.
Just relax.
And these are the options, okay? The reason that I'm here and meeting with you in person. The reason I'm here meeting with you in person is because I don't want this to be anything more than what it needs to be at its base level. Okay? I don't want the kids to be traumatized. I don't want the kids. I don't want the kids to see Dad get hauled off.
Seriously, am I going to be there for my baby's funeral?
That's going to be between you and the court.
Can I give him a kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I love you. I love you. There you go. Chris, I'm going to be here and I'll take care of everything. I love you. I love you.
Good Lord, Mom is like, just, she's got to be like in a, I got to get stuff done phase. You know what I'm saying? Like, whew, right?
The funeral is private. No heart. No heart at all.
Okay.
Now you can hear that one of Scholtes' family members is very upset. They don't believe he should be charged or taken to jail. He's then taken to a cruiser as he sobs.
Do you have anything that says you're not anything on you that's gonna poke with your shadows? Okay.
Yeah, I'm watching the clock. I'm watching the clock, Sherry. Thanks. Susan says, in shock. How can she be so calm? It must be. It must be shock. And with her being a doctor, she's probably just, her brain knows how to set things aside, even if it's your own child. I don't know. I don't know. But you'd have to scoop me up. I'd be laying in the floor like a stick of butter melted. There's no way I would fall all to pieces.
What's your name? Christopher, are you willing to talk some more with us? No. Just gonna go back to what you're thinking. Is that okay?
This is, of course, a really terrible case, but we're able to bring it to you today thanks to Upside, which is mother-in-law.
You go.
Scholtes is not willing to talk to them anymore. One of the arresting officers then talks with Scholtes' wife and someone who appears to be his mother-in-law.
You go. So, I know there's a lot going on, and I know you're angry, and it's okay to be angry. Okay. As an arresting officer, I can't change the law.
I know, but seriously, his daughter, he's suffering.
I know.
The funeral.
He knows.
I know. I know he's feeling the guilt. I know he's feeling anguish. I can't change the law. Okay. So the next steps after this, okay, he's going to county right now. He'll be booked. He has to see a judge within 24 hours. That's the law. He'll see a judge within 24 hours. Okay. At that initial appearance, between him, the judge, and the prosecutor is what's determined as far as his conditions of release, any bond, things like that. And then as far as what proceeds forward with regards to the charges, how the county attorney decides to issue the case, what they feel is best, that's going to be in the court system and with the prosecutors. All right. My involvement up to the point of issuing today, it's done. Like I don't have any more. I can't change the law. All right. Obviously,
I understand you're just a messenger.
and it's okay for you to be angry at me. I'm not offended. Like, it's okay to vent your frustration. But just I want you guys to understand that this has to take place. This is something that has to go forward. Okay.
Another officer explained that Scholtes may not even be kept in jail.
I'll put it on 1.25 so I can get through it a little bit quicker, but yeah.
So there's
He doesn't.
and I'm not sure if he covered.
Okay. Just I want you guys to understand that this has to take place. This is something that has to go forward. Okay.
Another officer explained that Scholtes may not even be kept in jail.
And I'm not sure if he covered it, but he may not be held. It's up to the judge whether or not he's held. So there's
He doesn't. It's not like he doesn't have prior history, things like that. They take this into consideration, and obviously they take into consideration the family dynamics of what's going on.
Okay, thank you guys.
Scholtes appeared in court the next morning.
The state is asking for a $1 million bond.
At this hearing here is when the wife asks the judge, please let him out so that he can grieve with their family and all that. This is a photo of the wife, the little baby's mom. That's her. She is a doctor. I think they said she was an anesthesiologist, if I'm not mistaken. There was some other, where did it go? There was some other, I remember seeing another part of the body cam. Share this. See if this is it.
I'm going to only play a third of that. And then it comes out terribly. If he get a sit down where he had some ability to address this, then he could do it. But he's out. There's no upside in him engaging in the news on this to kind of prepare a jury in 6 months or a year. I would say he saves it for a jury trial. Maybe his lawyer speaks for him.
Are you surprised he's out on bond?
Well, short answer is no, because I think that a judge could look at this and say it's a reckless or negligent standard and not a murder standard. one. And the second one is that with bail reform nationwide, you've seen it in a lot of different states, there are a lot more people out on bail than used to be. So I think even for a tragic outcome case like this, it's not surprising.
It happens. Sam Braverman, we've got to leave it there.
Worked.
All right, you guys. That's all that there was for now. But I'm going to keep up with this and see if at some point I can find like the full body cam from like beginning to end, without it being like completely broken up into parts and pieces, you know. But aw, Susan and Gail, I'm sorry, you guys. That's so tough. 21 for Susan and 22 for Gail. Wow. Ay, ay, ay. Being a mama is the best and hardest job, right? You guys, I'm going to scooch on out here and go get the little one. And we'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with the TELUS trial starting. So I want to keep up to date on these other two trials that we watched the opening statements of today in the previous live stream. So if you wanted to check those out, Sean Finnegan and the other trial that we started the closing or the opening statements was Susan Susan Lawrence. Susan Lawrence. So, all right, I'm going to scooch, but please make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up before you scooch away. And I'll see you back tomorrow morning. Thank you for all the thoughts and the prayers for the sick kiddo. She'll be just fine. I'm fixing to go get her. So, you guys have a lovely afternoon, a lovely evening. All right. Hashtag replay in the replay in the comments down below if you watch this on the replay later on. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.